Welcome to the new episode of TalkShow.com. Theme: Keep yourself pure. Memorize: Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5:8. Read Genesis 39, 1-9 KJV. 1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. 2. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master the Egyptian. 3. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. 4. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. 5. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house, and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake, and the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house, and in the field. 6. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person, and well favored. 7. And it came to pass after these things, that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, Lie with me. 8. But he refused, and said unto his master's wife, Behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand. 9. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness, and sin against God? Message: Purity is not just about physical actions but also about guarding your heart and mind against temptation. In today's Bible reading, we see how Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph into a secret affair. However, Joseph's response to that situation showed his deep reverence for God. He chose to flee rather than compromise his purity. As a result of his decision to honor God, he was later rewarded and elevated to the position of prime minister in Egypt. Genesis 41, 37-46. Living in purity brings you closer to God and positions you for His divine lifting. God calls His children to flee from anything that defiles their bodies and weakens their relationship with Him. As 1 Corinthians 6:18 says, flee sexual immorality. Every sin that a man does is outside the body, but he who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body. Purity begins from the heart. When you allow the Holy Spirit to purify your thoughts and desires, your actions will align with God's will. Key point: purity is an inward commitment to live according to God's will.